He can speak. He just chooses not to.
I borrowed something from a friend at the Attorney General's office, Michael. You can feel it, can't you? It's a part of you, Michael. It's a part of you. Say something!
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Bacon's Drinks channel here on YouTube. And per that intro, we're in for yet another movie-themed cocktail, except this time based off the Halloween franchise. Guys, the Halloween franchise just may be my favorite slasher series ever. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Freddy and the Nightmare on Elm Streets, but something about the Michael Myers character just hits different. The original Halloween, made in 1978 by John Carpenter, to me is the perfect horror film. And if I had to make a list ranking my top and best horror films ever, Halloween, the original, would probably be number one, alongside films such as The Exorcist and another one of John Carpenter's films, The Thing. So guys, hit the like button, hit the comment section, and let me know what your favorite horror films are. So guys, the cocktail we're gonna be making today is one of my own original creations, of course based off the Halloween franchise, called The Shape. The mug that it's going to be served in is a tiki mug of the same name, and it's made by Mondo Tiki, or the Mondo Company, which in my opinion, they have the best pop culture tiki mugs out there. And on the front of the mug, you can see it's Michael Myers himself. It's multi-textural. The texture of the face is different than the rest of the mug. And then when you turn it around on the back, it is a jack-o'-lantern, or pumpkin. It's just absolutely a phenomenal mug. It's one of my favorite pieces for sure. Now, I can't guarantee anything, but if you guys want one of these incredible mugs, I would definitely recommend periodically monitoring mondo.com, and you just may be able to snag you one. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into making the cocktail. So we're gonna build this cocktail in a shaker tin today, and then we're gonna start with 3/4 of an ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Perfect. And then we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of this incredible Liquid Alchemist apple spice syrup. And if you guys want some of this, you can definitely get it off Amazon. It's pretty easily accessible, and this stuff is absolutely delicious. And if you want to know what this syrup tastes like, it basically tastes like if fall were a syrup. It pretty much tastes like apple and baking spices. All right, guys, next we're going to do a scant 1/4 of an ounce of this Torani pumpkin pie syrup. This stuff is good, but it does have a little bit of a processed taste to it. The main reason I chose it for this cocktail because the flavor is super loud, and that's why I'm using it in a small quantity. All right. All right, guys, next we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of bourbon. I'm using Old Forester 100 proof today. It is absolutely delicious, and it's probably one of, if not my favorite budget bourbon. All right, perfect. All right, guys, and that's it for the body of the cocktail. Let's go ahead and get to adding our ice. All right, guys, now we're just gonna add 1 scoop of Pebble Ice to the tin for a whip shake. All right. And before we get to shaking, let's go ahead and get our incredible mug ready. And let's go ahead and put a seal on our tin. Go ahead and get to shaking. All right, that should be about good, and you wanna kinda shake till most of the ice is melted. And now we're gonna pour unrestrained into our mug. All right, perfect. So there's not much volume to this cocktail, by the way, so if you're gonna be serving it outside of a mug like this, I would definitely recommend using a 12-ounce, one of these smaller Collins glasses. All right, now we're gonna fill the rest of the way with ice. All right, almost done. Let's see if we can get a nice little cap right here. I'm getting ice everywhere. All right, guys, now it's time to garnish, and of course, we're gonna garnish with some mint sprig today. I was just kidding. We're actually gonna be garnishing with fresh grated nutmeg today. I figured nutmeg would be a perfect garnish because since this is kind of like a fall, kind of, Halloween-ish, October, pumpkin type cocktail, I figured some baking spices would do just great over the top. All right, guys, next we're gonna do some fresh grated cinnamon as well. Cinnamon is a little harder to grate over the microplane. You really gotta kind of bear down on it to get any type of result. All right, perfect. All right, guys, and next we're gonna garnish the cocktail with that same cinnamon stick we used to grate over the cocktail, but we're gonna add a little bit of flame to it to kind of express the aroma and kind of toast it a little bit to create a nice kind of like slightly toasted aromatic cinnamon aroma. And I actually don't have a torch or a lighter here, which is crazy, so I guess I'll just have to use one of these candles. Oh man, good times, guys, good times. And once again, you want to just kind of lightly toast it. It actually works a little bit better if you can dip the cinnamon in some 151 or maybe some higher proof bourbon to kind of help it light on fire just a little bit. We're almost done. All right, that should be about good. All right, guys, and be careful after you get done toasting. The top will be a little hot, so just be mindful of that. It's common sense, but sometimes we forget stuff. And anyway, we're gonna go ahead and garnish the cocktail by simply placing our toasted cinnamon stick just right down into it, almost like a straw, just like that. And there it is, guys, my own original creation, the Shape Cocktail. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. All right, guys, I got my handy dandy bamboo straw. I'm gonna place it down in the cocktail just like that. Man, I'm getting that cinnamon and nutmeg coming off the top very strong right there. It smells absolutely incredible. Fall is one of my favorite times of year, and down here in Louisiana, it's still kind of hot, unfortunately. I honestly can't wait for colder weather. All right, let's go ahead and try it. So it is pretty good if I do say so myself. I'm definitely getting that lemon up front, that kind of tart citrus, but that's nice and rounded out by the richness of these syrups. I'm definitely getting some baking spices. I'm definitely getting some pumpkin pie notes. It just tastes absolutely delicious in my opinion. And then of course we get that nice 100 proof bourbon coming in, giving it a little bit of a kick and really augmenting all the other flavors. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content in the future, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you could, please leave me a comment. That really helps get the algorithm going, and it's much appreciated. All right, guys, my name is Patrick Bacon, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our next episode in the Halloween series. I hope you guys have a great night. Be safe out there.